On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Preschool.
Relating to or denoting the period before a child begins primary school. Noun, the activities or education provided during this time.
Examples:
Preschool education. During preschool years. My old school's preschool program was well regarded and had an excellent reputation.
Ambitious.
Having a great desire to attain achievement, power, or wealth.
Examples:
Achieve ambitious goals. With an ambitious eye. Their company has been in business for a short time, but has ambitious goals.
Eager.
Showing enthusiasm and a strong desire or interest to do something.
Examples:
Eager anticipation. With eager eyes. The children were eager to start the treasure hunt.
Impressive.
Arousing admiration due to size, quality, or skill.
Examples:
Impressive performances. An impressive array of facts. The budget reduction was an impressive feat for our nation.
Excel.
To be extremely good at or proficient in doing something.
Examples:
Excel in description. Excel at communication. The company excels in customer service.
Rote.
Repetition of something to the point of memorization, especially of facts, without fully understanding it.
Examples:
Rote memorization. Learn by rote. The students were taught math facts through rote repetition but struggled to apply them to new problems.
Memorize.
To learn something carefully so that you will remember it exactly.
Examples:
Memorize musical scores. Try hard to memorize the lines. Lawyers need to memorize even the most minor provisions of the law.
Lever.
A handle used to operate a vehicle or a machine, a rigid bar resting on a pivot so that one end of it can be pushed or pulled easily.
Examples:
A gear change lever. Lever for reform. This initiative will be a lever for increasing company sales.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Interactive.
Acting reciprocally, mutually responsive.
Examples:
Interactive experience. An interactive device. The new video game has an interactive storyline that allows players to make choices that affect the game's outcome.
Superior.
Better, higher in quality, or more advanced than others.
Examples:
Superior performance. Provide superior customer service. The new smartphone model is superior to the previous version in terms of speed and features.
Countless.
Too numerous to be counted or very many.
Examples:
Countless hours. Answer countless questions. There are countless methods for dealing with stress.
Institute.
An organization that has a specific purpose, particularly one dealing with science, education, or a particular profession. Verb, to initiate, introduce, or establish something.
Examples:
Institute a lawsuit. Research institutes. This region has many institutes offering higher education.
Interaction.
The act of connecting with someone, mainly when working, playing, or spending time with them.
Examples:
The interaction between man and his environment. Interaction among human beings. The interaction of the two groups is good for brainstorming.
Alternate.
Occurring or existing one after the other regularly.
Examples:
Alternate choice. Every alternate year. The cleaning lady comes on alternate Wednesdays.
Gesture.
A movement of the hands, head, or face that express a particular meaning.
Examples:
Gesture of goodwill. Hand gesture. She made a facial gesture to express disagreement.
Neural.
Of or relating to a nerve or the nervous system that includes the brain.
Examples:
Neural stem cells. Neural networks in AI. There was a disturbance of neural function.
Prefrontal.
In or about the foremost part of the frontal lobe of the brain.
Examples:
Prefrontal bone. Prefrontal region. Research shows that damage to the prefrontal cortex leads to increased aggression.
Cortex.
The outermost layer of an organ, especially the brain.
Examples:
Cortex cells. Visual cortex neuron. The cerebral cortex consists of 6 layers.
Emotion.
A strong feeling such as love, anger, etc., deriving from one's situation, mood, or relationships with others.
Examples:
Control my emotion. Afraid to show emotion. Some emotions are common across cultures and backgrounds.
Workout.
A session of physical exercise or training.
Examples:
Workout at the health club. boxing workout. He does a different workout every day to keep things interesting.
Lift.
To raise something to a higher position or level, to pick up something or somebody and move them to a different position.
Examples:
Lift sagging skin. Lift a ban on alcohol. The drought lifted the prices of grain globally.
Architecture.
The art and science of designing and constructing buildings.
Examples:
Architecture design. Classic architecture. The city is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful old buildings.
Persist.
To continue to do and refuse to stop something despite difficulties or opposition, even if it appears unreasonable.
Examples:
Persist over time. Persist in success. Consult your doctor if the symptoms persist.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Rebuild.
To build again or anew.
Examples:
Rebuild a company. Rebuild communities. They are planning to rebuild the house after the fire.
Tower.
A structure that is exceptionally high in proportion to its width and either forms part of a building or stands alone.
Examples:
A bell tower. The tower on a cliff. She is a tower of strength for our team in trouble.
Superfood.
A nutrient-rich food considered to be especially beneficial for health and well-being.
Examples:
Superfood diet. Superfood smoothie. Blueberries are considered a superfood because they are packed with antioxidants.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Resound.
To make a loud, deep sound that echoes.
Examples:
Resound with his fame. Resound in an enclosure. The sound of the drums resounded through the concert hall.
Kindergarten.
A school or class for young children, usually between the ages of 4 and 6.
Examples:
Kindergarten class. Kindergarten teacher. The kindergarten students were having a good time playing with toys.
Widespread.
Existing or happening in various places or among many people.
Examples:
Widespread use. Widespread fear of nuclear war. In medieval times, death punishment was widespread and socially accepted.
Uptake.
The rate or amount of something that is taken in or used by a particular system or organism. The process of taking food into the body through the mouth by eating.
Examples:
Uptake rate. Uptake of calcium. The uptake of the new technology was slower than expected.
Resistance.
The act of defending oneself from an aggressor or refusing to accept something.
Examples:
Resistance movement. Resistance to insulin. The bill to increase the consumption tax had passed despite much resistance from the public.
Ignore.
To intentionally not listen or pay attention to.
Examples:
Ignore her advice. Ignore a ban. Since independence, the area has been completely ignored.
Overwhelming.
Very great or intense, so powerful that you cannot fight or react against it.
Examples:
Overwhelming majority. An overwhelming victory. He has shown signs of uneasiness and overwhelming worry.
Analyze.
To think about in depth and evaluate to discover essential features or meaning.
Examples:
Analyze a chemical compound. Analyze your real motives. The teacher attempted to analyze the root cause of our mistake.
Intention.
Something you want to do and are going to do.
Examples:
Intention behind his decision. Clear intention. Our CEO's intentions are always transparent and straightforward.
Comparison.
The consideration or examination of the similarities between two or more people or things.
Examples:
Ease of comparison. Comparison of foods on a caloric basis. I've included the two designs for a comparison.
Hyperfocus.
An intense focus on a single task or activity to the exclusion of other things.
Examples:
Hyperfocus state. Hyperfocus on the economy. He had a hard time focusing on anything else because he was in hyperfocus on his project.
Backfire.
To have an opposite and undesirable effect to what was intended, to make a sudden noise like an explosion.
Examples:
Backfire big time. Backfire spectacularly. The company's decision to lay off a large number of employees backfired as it led to a decrease in productivity. Exacerbate. To make a situation, problem, or feeling worse.
Examples:
Exacerbate the situation. Exacerbate symptoms. The heat wave exacerbated the drought conditions.
Immediate.
Happening or done without delay or occurring shortly after something else.
Examples:
Take immediate effect. The immediate past. Both forts were subject to immediate attacks.
Gratification.
The feeling of being pleased or satisfied as a result of achieving something or having something you want.
Examples:
Instant gratification. Aesthetic gratification. The gratification of completing a difficult task is a great feeling.
Discomfort.
A feeling of being uncomfortable physically or mentally or being embarrassed, a slight pain.
Examples:
Endure discomfort and pain. Discomfort in the abdomen. He felt no discomfort as the dentist drilled his deadened tooth.
Topic:
A subject that is being discussed or written about.
Examples:
A serious topic. The topic of the book. The topic of the discussion was the current state of the economy.
Manifestation.
A visible or tangible form of something, especially a particular sign of a disease or condition.
Examples:
Manifestation of a deeper problem. Manifestation of psychological stress. The manifestation of his anxiety was evident in his shaking hands.
Anxiety.
A feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something that is happening or might happen in the future.
Examples:
Diagnosis of anxiety disorder. Anxiety for knowledge. She waited for her daughter with anxiety.
Anxious.
Worried and nervous.
Examples:
Anxious about his health. An anxious look. He cast anxious glances behind her.
Revert.
To return to a previous state or condition, to reply.
Examples:
Revert to a heavy smoker. Revert to the original subject. After trying the new software, I reverted to the old version.
Affirm.
To assert that something is true or real, to state positively.
Examples:
Affirm old traditions. Affirm strong identity. I affirm that I will always stand by my beliefs.
Wobble.
To move or shake unsteadily from side to side or up and down.
Examples:
Wobble a few steps. Wobble chair. The table wobbled a little when I put my drink on it.
Dopamine.
A chemical substance produced by nerve cells as a neurotransmitter. As a drug, it is used to treat shock and hypotension.
Examples:
Dopamine inhibiting agent. Antagonism of dopamine. The drug controls the level of dopamine in the brain.
Flywheel.
A large, heavy wheel with a smooth rim that is used to store rotational energy and to smooth out fluctuations in the speed of an engine or other machine.
Examples:
Flywheel energy. The flywheel on the car's engine. The exercise bike has a large flywheel that provides resistance and simulates outdoor cycling.
Subconsciously.
In a way that is not fully conscious or aware of.
Examples:
Subconsciously influenced. Controlled subconsciously. He subconsciously picked at his cuticles while he was on the phone.
Prioritize.
To assign a higher level of importance to something compared to other things.
Examples:
Prioritize tasks. Prioritize people over cars. The organization prioritized the needs of the community in its decision-making.
Principal.
Most important, main, or chief.
Examples:
Principal actor. Principal responsible. The principal reason for the company's success is its innovative products.
Importance.
The quality of being important and worthy of note.
Examples:
A man of importance. High importance. I stopped by the branch though I have no business of importance.
Equate.
To consider or describe one thing as similar, equal, or analogous.
Examples:
Equate mistakes with failure. Equate to legal responsibility. It isn't very reasonable to equate money with happiness.
Academic.
Associated with schools, colleges, and universities, especially studying and thinking, not with practical skills.
Examples:
Academic probation. An academic discussion. An excellent historian must possess an academic mentality.
Concrete.
Existing in a physical or material form rather than an abstract one, based on facts rather than ideas or guesses, made of or covered with cement.
Examples:
A concrete noun. Concrete examples. The president asked for a more concrete plan.
Accomplished.
Having completed a task or achieved a goal successfully, skilled or proficient at something.
Examples:
Accomplished at a very early age. Accomplished goal. She felt accomplished after finishing her book.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
Universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Desire.
A strong feeling of wanting to have or do something.
Examples:
Unsatisfied desire. Fleshly desire. Low sexual desire typically correlates with low testosterone levels.
Prey.
The object of a hunt, an animal hunted or trapped for eating.
Examples:
Prey of beast. Become prey to terrorists. The majority of snakes swallow their prey whole.
Advertise.
To draw attention to something such as a product, service, or event in public, to encourage people to buy, use, or attend it.
Examples:
Advertise the campaign. Advertise on social media. We want to advertise our company through your media.
Toy.
A thing, typically a small model or replica of something that is played with, especially by children.
Examples:
Toy store. Toy box. He gave his daughter a new toy for her birthday.
Flashcard.
A card with a word, picture, or other information on one side, used as an aid in learning.
Examples:
Flashcard study. Flashcard game. She used flashcards to help her study for her vocabulary test.
App.
Abbreviation for application, software designed to run on smartphones and other mobile devices or inside a web browser on a PC.
Examples:
Killer app. Cannot log into the app. The discovery of a critical bug caused the company to delay the app's release.
Kit.
A set of tools, supplies, or equipment for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Survival kit. A first aid kit. I bought a new tool kit for my home repair projects.
Educational.
Relating to education or providing knowledge or instruction.
Examples:
Educational system. Elevate educational standards. The museum offers a variety of educational programs for children and adults.
Surpass.
To be or do better than someone or something. To excel or go beyond the limits or standards of something.
Examples:
Surpass imagination. Surpass $20 billion in sales. The athlete's record-breaking performance surpassed all expectations.
Checklist.
A list of items, tasks, or points to be considered or acted upon, used as a reminder and to ensure that all necessary steps have been taken.
Examples:
checklist for evaluating, audit checklist. I made a checklist of things to do before my vacation.
Negative:
having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
have a negative effect, a negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Tub:
a large, deep, round container, typically made of metal or plastic, used for washing or soaking things, especially clothes or a person's body.
Examples:
tub for foot soaking, tub for washing. I like to take a long soak in the tub after a long day.
Whip:
to hit a person or an animal severely with a thin, flexible stick with a cord or leather thong at the end, as a punishment, discipline, etc.
Examples:
whip egg whites, whip into shape. The jockey whipped the horse hard to take first place.
Scroll:
a long roll of paper containing writing. Verb, to move through text or graphics on a screen to view different parts of them.
Examples:
roll up a scroll, scroll through a document. The house owner loved the large hanging scroll in the guest room.
Guarantee:
to promise something will happen formally, especially that certain conditions about a product, service, or transaction would be met.
Examples:
guarantee a high quality, guarantee women equality. We cannot guarantee enough raw material sources.
Sponge:
a soft material with many microscopic pores that can absorb a large amount of liquid and is used for washing and cleaning.
Examples:
sea sponge, metallic sponge. The tiny marine sponge has existed for more than 500 million years.
Bathtub:
a large container, typically made of porcelain or acrylic, for holding water in which a person can bathe.
Examples:
bathtub curve, bathtub drain. I filled the bathtub with hot water and a bubble bath for a relaxing soak.
Mundane:
very ordinary and therefore lacking interest or excitement.
Examples:
mundane affairs, mundane objects. After returning from the war, he had a pretty mundane life.
Routine:
a usual or habitual way of doing things, a set sequence of steps, part of a larger computer program.
Examples:
routine business, a built-in diagnostic routine. She studies gardening on a routine basis.
Surprisingly:
In a way that causes amazement or wonder.
Examples:
Surprisingly advanced culture. Have surprisingly little effect. The exam was surprisingly tricky for everyone.
Energize.
To give energy or vitality to someone or something, to invigorate.
Examples:
Energize the body. Energize a team. The motivational speaker energized the crowd with their words.
Bond.
A close emotional connection between two or more people, a certificate of debt that a government or corporation issues to raise money.
Examples:
Bond as a family. Global bond market. They had formed a friendship bond.
Bonus.
An extra amount of money that is added to payment as a present or reward for good work.
Examples:
Bonus appraisal. Annual bonus. The committee abolished the controversial bonus system.
Manufacture.
To make goods in large numbers, usually in a factory using machines.
Examples:
Manufacture an enzyme. Manufacture a product. The majority of synthetic vitamins are manufactured from oil.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Explode.
To burst or break open violently and noisily, to cause something to burst or break open.
Examples:
Explode in anger. Explode in popularity. The old building exploded in a fiery inferno.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Cardboard.
A stiff, thick material made from compressed paper pulp used to make boxes and other packaging materials.
Examples:
Cardboard box. Cardboard cutout. I made a cardboard box to store my winter clothes in.
Costume.
A set of clothes worn by an actor in a play or film or by a person representing a particular character or occupation.
Examples:
Costume party. Costume change. She wore a beautiful costume for the play.
Contest.
A competition in which people compete for supremacy in a sport or other activity, a struggle between rivals.
Examples:
A speech contest. A close contest. There was a vast contest between the two tribes.
Rattle.
To make or cause to make short, successive, sharp, and loud sounds.
Examples:
Rattle along a road. Rattle and bang at the door. The vast earthquake caused the house to rattle.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Frustration.
The feeling of being upset or annoyed as a result of being unable to change or achieve something.
Examples:
Frustration level. Express frustration. He felt a deep frustration as he realized the project would not be completed on time.
Imperfectly.
In a faulty or incomplete way.
Examples:
Imperfectly developed. Imperfectly known disease. He created an imperfectly shaped torso.
Intuitive.
Obtained through feelings rather than facts or proof.
Examples:
Intuitive eating. Intuitive judgment. I had an intuitive feeling that I might be pregnant.
Blanket.
A large piece of soft material used to cover or wrap a person or thing to keep them warm. Adjective, broad in scope or content.
Examples:
Blanket authority. Blanket scarf. The electric blanket keeps me warm on cold nights.
Bound.
To move forward by leaps and bounds, to form the boundary of something.
Examples:
Bounded with delight. Bound up a staircase. Canada bounds on the United States.
Superhero.
A fictional hero who possesses extraordinary powers and abilities and is dedicated to protecting the public.
Examples:
Superhero movies. Superhero comics. Superman is a classic superhero known for his superhuman strength and flying ability.
Encourage.
To give someone support, confidence, or hope, to persuade someone to do or continue to do something by making it easier for them and making them believe it is a good thing to do.
Examples:
Encourage a sense of affinity. Encourage antisocial behavior. They encouraged customers with a premium for loyal patronage.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Workshop.
A place where people work, especially one where they do manual or practical work. A brief intensive course for a small group.
Examples:
Workshop attendee. Carpentry workshop. The artist held a workshop to teach students how to paint with watercolors.
Shave.
To remove body hair with a razor, to cut the price of something.
Examples:
Shave my head. Shave cheese. That supermarket tried to shave certain costs by saving electricity.
Straw.
Dry stalks of cereal plants used as fodder, fuel, basket, etc.
Examples:
Straw basket. Rice straw. The straw hat protected her face from the sun while she worked in the fields.
Session.
A formal meeting or series of meetings for the execution of a particular group's functions, a period spent doing a particular activity.
Examples:
The morning session. The court session. Parliament is now in session.
Opt.
To make a choice from a range of possibilities.
Examples:
Opt out of society. Opt for a traditional wedding. I decided to opt for premature retirement.
Implication.
Something that is inferred or indirectly stated, the act or fact of being involved in something.
Examples:
The implication in a crime. The implication of a word. His poem has a very significant implication.
Divide.
To separate or cause to separate into parts or groups.
Examples:
Divide the cake into 2 pieces. Divide money equally. Can you divide 123,321 by 11?
Homemade.
Made at home rather than in a factory or workshop.
Examples:
Homemade article. Homemade bread. I prefer homemade cookies over store-bought ones.
Sew.
To join, fasten, or repair 2 pieces of something by putting the thread through them with a needle.
Examples:
Sew with thread. Sew a button. My mother taught me how to sew.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Grab.
To take hold of something or someone suddenly with a hand, especially in a violent way.
Examples:
Grab an audience. Grab an opportunity. Shall we grab a bite to eat?